Hi, welcome to Tell Me a Story with Librarian Jeanne. That's me, Librarian Jeanne. And it's going to be a little bit of a different kind of story time since I can't get to the library. You can't get to the library. I thought I would just tell some stories. My kids always were saying when they were little, "Tell me a story, Mommy." So that's what I'm going to do. But first, let's sing our hello song. Hi, hello, and how are you? How are you? How are you? Hi, hello, and how are you? How are you today? I didn't hear you. Come on, let's do it one more time. Adults, you can sing too. Hi, hello, and how are you? How are you? How are you? Hi, hello, and how are you? How are you today? Good. So I brought my friend Elephant to story time today because the story I'm going to tell you is about an elephant. So what can you tell me? What do you notice about elephants? What are the important things that elephants have? Well, they're gray and they're big. This one's not very big because it's just a stuffed animal, but elephants are big. What about their ears? Pretty big ears. And what about this? It's their trunk, their very, very long nose. Did you know in this story, elephants didn't always have a long nose? Do you believe that? Well, it's true. They didn't have a long nose. Long ago, in the before time, there was an elephant, a young elephant, who loved to ask questions. He went around asking everybody questions. He wanted to know how things worked, and he wanted to know what people ate, and he just was curious about everything. And one day he asked, "What do crocodiles eat for dinner?" And everybody was, "Oh, that's a very scary question," because crocodiles are pretty scary. And so he really wondered about that. So his friend Snake said, "Well, why don't you ask the crocodile?" So Elephant thought, and he thought. He said, "Okay." So he wandered on down to the river. And when he got there, there was Crocodile. And he said, "Crocodile, what do you eat for dinner?" Crocodile pretended that he couldn't hear. He said, and so Elephant got a little bit closer and he said, "Crocodile, what do you eat for dinner?" Crocodile said, "Come a little closer. I can't hear you." So finally, Elephant went down on his knees right by Crocodile and he said, "What do you eat for dinner?" And Crocodile said, "Elephants!" Snap! He caught Elephant by his stubby little nose. Well, you can imagine that hurt, and Crocodile wasn't going to let go, and Elephant really wanted to let go. So Elephant pulled, and Crocodile pulled, and Elephant pulled, and they went back and forth, pulling, each one pulling as hard as he could, until finally Snake came to the rescue, and he curled himself around the elephant's legs, and he pulled, and Elephant pulled, and they pulled, and they pulled, and they pulled until boom! Well, Crocodile had to let go, and Elephant fell down in the mud. And then he got himself up, and he moved back from the edge of the river, and he looked at his nose, and it was really, really long. And he said to his friend Snake, "What am I going to do?" Well, Snake was a realist, And he said, you know, it might not be half bad. So Elephant went on his way home, and he realized that he could squirt water from his trunk, his new trunk, and he realized that he could bat away the flies by just moving his trunk around. He used to do that with his ears, but he could do it with his trunk too. And best of all, when he reached way up high, he could get the juiciest fruit from the tall branches. So he got home, and all the other elephants said, "What happened to you? What happened? You've got this long, long nose." And he said, "Yeah, it's a really good thing. I like it." He told them all the things he could do with it. And they said, "Well, where did you get that nose?" And he said, "Crocodile gave it to me." And he explained to them what happened. And they all thought, oh, that would be such a good thing. So one by one, they went down to the river and they talked to Crocodile, and they all got long noses. And that's why I will tell you now, how elephants got their trunk. So that's the story of my elephant. And do you believe that? Well, I'm not sure if it's true or not, but it's a good story, isn't it? Okay, let's sing another song that I think I always sing at my story times. So, if you're happy and you know it, clap your hands. If you're happy and you know it, clap your hands. If you're happy and you know it, and you really want to show it, if you're happy and you know it, clap your hands. If you're happy and you know it, stamp your feet. If you're happy and you know it, stamp your feet. If you're happy and you know it, and you really want to show it, if you're happy and you know it, stamp your feet. If you're happy and you know it, wave goodbye, goodbye. If you're happy and you know it, wave goodbye, goodbye. If you're happy and you know it, and you really want to show it, if you're happy and you know it, wave goodbye, goodbye. If you're happy and you know it, do all three. Goodbye. If you're happy and you know it, do all three. Goodbye. If you're happy and you know it, and you really want to show it, if you're happy and you know it, do all three. Goodbye. Goodbye, folks. It's been great having you with me for story time. We'll tell another story soon.